Joining us now is Bruce Sudano. Welcome to the show, Bruce.
Hi, Donna. Happy to be here. Nice to meet you.
It is so nice to meet you. I was reading up a little bit on your history, and it seems so profound to even be having you on my show today. And I'm so excited because I've been singing your songs for quite a while. But here today, let's talk first, and then we'll go backwards. Let's talk first about talking ugly truth and telling pretty lies. What is this new thing coming up,
Talk,
Bruce?
talking ugly truth. Talking ugly truth. Telling pretty lies is my new album. There's a number of songs on the record that relate to my realm of life, which is being born of the baby boomer generation and dealing with the realities uh, of where we are in our lives. The eternal youth culture, dealing with coming to terms with how to navigate this phase of life. So there were a few songs that talk about that. Uh, but the music is really a lot of fun. I'm making it sound really serious and but it's your typical singer songwriter uh, folk pop soul record.
All right. Well, bad girls. I mean, there's so many. I could just go on and on and on and on and on. How many?
Yeah,
How
well,
many
Bad Girls
songs?
actually that too.
What?
Bad Girls actually is also a song about has social commentary. It's soulful. It's got a good rhythm and tells a good story. It's these are the elements that I strive to excel in or get better at. Always, you're always trying to get better.
Well, it has been such a wonderful journey for us that listen to your music. You and the beautiful Donna Summers and your journey together. And, she was signed, I think, at Casablanca. And I did a whole bunch of research on just the history of that journey and that connection. You've written songs for so many people, Bruce. What is it, or at what point did you realize that you kind of had some talent at it? Like, when was it where you said, "Wow, I wrote that and it's good"? When was that for
Well,
you?
the thing is that there are some days that you really think you have talent, and there are still days when you think you have none. But I started out as a young kid wanting to write songs. Early teenage years, I wanted to be a songwriter. I aspired. I grew up in Brooklyn during the era of the late 50s, 60s, and 70s, and it was the era of the Brill Building in Manhattan, of all those songwriters. And that was my initial inspiration. That's where I saw myself having a place in the music world, and so that's always been my path. And started out putting bands together so that the bands could work on the songs that I was writing with them, and being evolving and somewhere along the line, I've been really blessed and really lucky, and have had a few moments of really great stuff, and certainly meeting Donna in 1977, and becoming instantaneous songwriters with my brothers in the Brooklyn Dreams. I was in a group called Brooklyn Dreams back then, and Donna came her first album. She had just came back from living 8 years in Germany. She had one hit song called "Love to Love You, Baby." At the time, it was just breaking at the time, and we started writing songs. We ended up. She sang on the first Brooklyn Dreams album on a song called "Old Fashioned Girl," which she just sings this beautiful lyrical uh, part, and then on the record that she was making at that time called "I Remember Yesterday," we went and sang background on that song for her. We toured together. 1979, the Summer Nights Dream Tour. It was a great tour. We went all over America anyway, and in between that, Brooklyn Dreams were doing a movie called American Hot Wax, and Donna was doing a movie called Thank God It's Friday, and so all of this stuff was going on in our lives, and it was it's like when you have a magic moment and all the chemistry is perfect and all that. You can't recreate that whenever you like, and so when it happens, it's a big blessing, and I've been fortunate to have those kind of things a few times, and that's amazing,
And it's happening again, like there's, I feel goodness around you. You have a family, you have talented people in your family, and it's nice when you could take a moment, like just this year, Bruce, for the very first time, I was able to go to the Grammys with my daughter Elise. And just to be in the room of that, like the vibration of people celebrating music, celebrating life together, whether you're in a bar and you're listening to a soloist and they're just plucking out an acoustic guitar. I've always loved live music. But then when you see, like you said, those moments of, I don't know, greatness just like wash over you, when you just hit
Yeah.
it so right. Have you ever been to a wedding and like you're listening and the people are like playing your songs and your music and you're watching people dance to your music? What is that like? What is that moment like when you see it move people?
Well, it's I tend to want to leave the room because I don't know, it's like a strange feeling, like okay, but at the same, so I walk out of the room and I'll peek in the door, it's like, does it still work, does it still, and it's especially with Bad Girls, it's just is, such a special piece, such a great sounding record, greater Harold Faltermeyer's, Giorgio and Pete producing, and Jorgen Koppers, the engineer. I mean, listen to those records. He's the unsung hero. It's just, they're
Wow.
punchy, they're clean, they're big, they're warm, and then there's just Donna right in the middle of it. Cherry on the cake, baby.
Oh, the best, the absolute best. I know your music has brought me a lot of joy. It still continues to bring me joy. Talking Ugly Truth and Telling Pretty Lies, when can we get our hands on it?
It's available now,
Okay.
everywhere, digitally, Spotify, Amazon, my website, all of the obvious, and there's also vinyl in some stores and in a bunch of the independent small indie record stores that still survive. There's some
Great.
vinyl there as well. So yeah, the record's around. We did a really cool video for Talking Ugly Truth, Telling Pretty Lies on YouTube. I just did release one last week for the song How'd You Get Here, and that's really a nice piece. I live in Italy part of the time, and I became fascinated with one of these great Italian singer-songwriters from the 70s and 80s who I didn't know before, but his name is, he's an Italian, one of the masters. His name is Lucio Battisti. And I was back looking at a whole bunch of his videos from the 70s on Italian TV, and they were still in black and white and with these really interesting shots sometimes. So on the video for How'd You Get Here that we just released last week, I tried to emulate a lot of that, and came out pretty cool.
I'm so excited, seriously, so excited to know you. I had lost my spouse to colon cancer. His name was Tom LaScala, and he was a songwriter, and I loved him so dearly. And our wedding dance, we danced to a Donna Summer song. So I just, I love you, Bruce. I haven't met you in person yet, but I hope that you know how heartfully excited I was when I found out I was going to get to talk to you, just so I could tell you thank you. Thank you for your talent. Thank you so much. Yeah, so
Thank God. Thank God.
I really
Thank God.
appreciate you. Yeah, I really do appreciate you.
Appreciate you too.
Thanks for being on the
Thanks for your
show.
time. It's a pleasure.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
nice to meet you.
if I'm ever playing anywhere when you're near you, come see me. It would be nice to meet you in person.
Oh my gosh, I would be honored to do that. I will join you. I'm going to find you and I'm going to come and I'm going to be knocking on your door and I'll be like,
Okay.
hey, it's me. So, and now we've got live batteries. So thank you so much, Bruce Sudano. Happy journeys
Okay.
to you. Okay. Mwah. Bye.
Same to you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Donna.
Bye-bye.